I'm Kelly Rudy. On this edition of ParaNet BizCast, we will be speaking to Tim Sheehy, President of the Milwaukee Metropolitan Association of Commerce. You've also been involved a lot with the Milwaukee 7. You think you could maybe just kind of give a quick explanation about what that is,
Sure.
what they do, and what their goals are, and what's going on right now with them?
Sure. If you think of MMAC, you think of an organization that works to improve the business climate. So in a corporate sense, that's product improvement. How do we make the business climate better here? If you think of the Milwaukee 7, of which we're a founding partner, you think of an organization that's focused on sales and marketing. So their job is to take the product and go out and sell it. To sell it to companies that are expanding in the region, to sell it to companies that aren't here and try to attract them back to the region. And we've been fairly successful over the initial 4 or 5 year period that the Milwaukee 7's been in place. It's funded 85% by private sector companies in the region. We've been successful in attracting and creating about 4,000 new jobs. And I think there's a great opportunity for Milwaukee, despite its challenges, to go out and sell itself and market itself as a good place to locate a business, and that is the primary focus of the Milwaukee 7.
So who exactly makes up the Milwaukee 7?
Sure. The Milwaukee 7 is the 7 counties in southeastern Wisconsin. It's currently chaired by Gail Klappa, who's the CEO of We Energies, and by Mike Grebe, the head of the Bradley Foundation and the chair of the Greater Milwaukee Committee. There's an advisory board made up of business leaders and elected officials from the region, including Mayor Barrett, who serves as one of the co-chairs. The funders are about 64 companies in the region that invest money on an annual basis, and the focus and goal is to create new jobs in the region, to attract new jobs, and to get companies to expand in the region.
You keep saying that the marketing part is a big thing and getting jobs in, and that's a very general description. Do you have any specific examples of different things that have happened recently, perhaps?
Sure, absolutely. Here's 3 quick examples. C&D Technologies is a company that manufactures lithium-ion batteries. They were doing that work in China. They had a plant here. They were looking at bringing some of that work back here. We got in touch with them. They were interested in getting some federal research dollars. We helped them do that. They expanded the plant here. That's 150 to 200 new manufacturing jobs in the Milwaukee area. We most recently worked with Republic Airlines as they purchased Frontier, and we're looking at putting very highly paid manufacturing jobs in the airline industry, which are the mechanics that work on the planes, and we competed with 3 other cities for those jobs. It was announced last week we won. That's about 800 new jobs to the region. We're currently working with a company right now in Spain that is looking to make its first U.S. investment to manufacture components for the motors that spin the wind turbines. We are one of 2 cities now that are finalists for that investment, which will be new manufacturing jobs in the region. So those are the kinds of examples of projects that the Milwaukee 7 would work on.
And it seems like it's not just nationally, it's globally as well.
It is. And that's, I think, something that's a fundamental understanding that we need to have in Milwaukee is, yes, we compete against Indianapolis and Cincinnati and Denver and other cities in the U.S., but for manufacturers and for other companies in particular that look at their market from a global basis, we are competing with Singapore, with Ningbo, with Berlin. We're competing all over the world as people look at where is the best place for me to make my investment, where am I going to be able to attract and retain bright and talented people, where am I going to be able to do the research that I need. And so that's the platform on which we compete, and that's the platform on which we need to market ourselves.
If you had to choose 3 specific things as to why Milwaukee is better than all of those other cities you named, what do you think those would be?
The first thing I would identify is the quality of the workforce. You can talk to any employer here and they will tell you that the best advantage we have is the quality and stability of our workforce. So that's number one. I think number two is the infrastructure that we have here. We have a solid infrastructure delivered at a pretty reasonable cost. and we have long-term stability, great access to water, good quality of life, those types of things. I think then the third thing that we have is we provide a good platform to do business on a global basis. And we need to continue to invest in those three assets. If we do that, then I think Milwaukee has a great opportunity to compete for jobs and for capital investment on a global basis. And I think the one criticism I'd add to that is that all those three assets require us to act quickly and to think about what's coming down the road, and we often don't do that in a more efficient. We need to do it in a more efficient way, I guess.